Welcome, fellow cinephiles, to Movies Review. I'm your host, and today we're diving into the chilling world of Alfred Hitchcock's iconic masterpiece, Psycho. Released in 1960, Psycho isn't just a horror film, it's a genre-defining experience that continues to haunt our nightmares. Hitchcock, the master of suspense, crafted a tale that would forever change the way we look at showers and motel stays. Alfred Hitchcock, the enigmatic director with a penchant for psychological thrills, took a risk with Psycho. With a modest budget and a black-and-white palette, he wove a web of intrigue that still ensnares audiences today. But what makes Psycho more than just a spine-tingling shocker? Stick around, because in this video we'll unravel the secrets behind the Bates Motel, dissect Norman Bates's twisted psyche, and reveal lesser-known facts that'll leave you questioning reality. And hey, if you're a fan of suspense, intrigue, and that infamous shower scene, you know the one. You're in for a treat. So grab your popcorn, dim the lights, and let's explore the dark corridors of Psycho. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. We've got more spine-chilling reviews coming your way. Now let's get started, because sometimes the scariest things aren't just under the bed, they're in our minds. I'm your host, signing off. Stay tuned, and remember, keep your showers short and your motel reservations non-refundable. Before we delve into the eerie corridors of the Bates Motel, let's set the stage for the creation of Psycho. In the late 1950s, Alfred Hitchcock was a household name, known for his uncanny ability to weave suspense and dread into every frame. Yet, with Psycho, he ventured into uncharted territory. Hitchcock decided to make a film that would look like a cheap exploitation flick, a stark contrast to his usual polished production. The inspiration for Psycho came from the real-life horrors of Ed Gein, a Wisconsin serial killer whose gruesome acts sent shockwaves through America. Hitchcock, intrigued by the macabre, saw an opportunity to explore the darkness lurking within the mundane. He chose to shoot in black and white, not just for budgetary reasons, but to give the film a raw, gritty texture that color could not convey. The director's bold move paid off, creating a cinematic experience that felt all too real. The absence of color only heightened the sense of unease, making the blood in the infamous shower scene seem even more shocking. Hitchcock's Psycho was a gamble that would redefine the horror genre and cement his legacy as the master of suspense. Before we talk about the intricate web of suspense that is Psycho, let's first meet the characters caught in this chilling narrative. Marion Crane, portrayed by Janet Leigh, is a secretary from Phoenix who finds herself on the run after embezzling a substantial sum of money. Her hope for a fresh start leads her to a fateful stop at the Bates Motel, a seemingly innocuous refuge from a stormy night. Here she encounters Norman Bates, a seemingly mild-mannered motel owner played by Anthony Perkins. Norman's peculiar demeanor and his complex relationship with his domineering mother set the stage for a series of unsettling events. As the plot unfolds, Marion's disappearance draws in additional characters, including her lover Sam Loomis, her sister Leela Craney, and a private investigator named Milton Arbogast, each adding layers to the mystery. Psycho weaves a tale of deception, paranoia, and horror that begins with Marion's desperate act and spirals into a dark exploration of the human psyche. The characters' paths converge in a narrative that is as much a psychological study as it is a thriller, leaving viewers to ponder the true nature of evil and madness. Before we talk about the intricate layers of Psycho, let's delve into the pervasive themes of guilt and paranoia that permeate the narrative. Marion Crane's desperate flight with stolen money is a journey marred by guilt, a guilt that manifests in every glance in the rearview mirror and every encounter with a stranger. Her paranoia is our paranoia. As viewers, we too feel the weight of her choices, the constant fear of impending doom. Simultaneously, we're introduced to Norman Bates, a character whose psychological complexity is as fascinating as it is disturbing. Norman's demeanor is a facade, masking deep-seated issues stemming from his relationship with his mother. His split personality disorder, where he oscillates between himself and his mother's persona, is a chilling embodiment of internal conflict and unresolved trauma. Norman Bates is not just a character, he's a psychological case study, inviting us to question the nature of identity and the fragility of human mind. Before we talk about the narrative intricacies of Psycho, let's appreciate the groundbreaking cinematic techniques that Hitchcock employed to craft an atmosphere thick with suspense. His visionary use of camera angles, lighting, and sound not only served the story but also became a language of their own, speaking directly to the audience's primal fears. Hitchcock's camera work in Psycho is a dance of light and shadow, each frame meticulously composed to suggest more than it shows. The director's use of lighting was not just to illuminate, but to suggest the duality of good and evil, often casting characters in a chiaroscuro of moral ambiguity. The stark black and white imagery amplifies this effect, creating a visual tension that is as unsettling as the story itself. Sound, too, was a character in Hitchcock's hands. The infamous shower scene, a pivotal moment in film history, is a symphony of terror where the screeching strings of Bernard Herrmann's score slice through the psyche as sharply as the killer's knife. The sequence's rapid cuts and the cacophony of sound create a disorienting experience for the viewer, one that is felt viscerally rather than understood intellectually. In Psycho, Hitchcock's techniques are not mere tools but extensions of the film's themes, amplifying the terror to an art form and leaving a legacy that filmmakers still study and emulate today. Before we talk about the enduring impact of Psycho, let's explore how this film revolutionized the horror genre and left an indelible mark on modern filmmaking. 1. Genre transformation. Psycho shattered conventions. It defied expectations by killing off its protagonist, Marion Crane, early in the film. This bold move challenged the notion that horror films needed a predictable structure. Hitchcock's use of suspense, psychological terror, and unexpected twists set a new standard for horror storytelling. Filmmakers began to experiment with unconventional narratives, pushing boundaries beyond monsters and jump scares. 2. The slasher subgenre. Psycho laid the groundwork for the slasher subgenre. The film's iconic shower scene, with its rapid cuts and chilling score, influenced countless horror movies that followed. The concept of a masked killer stalking victims in isolated locations became a staple in horror cinema. Films like Halloween, 1978, and Friday the 13th, 1980, owe a debt to Norman Bates and his eerie motel. 3. Visual techniques. Hitchcock's innovative use of camera angles, lighting, and sound left an indelible mark. The shower scene, for instance, employed quick cuts and jarring music to create visceral fear. Filmmakers continue to study Hitchcock's techniques, adapting them for contemporary audiences. His influence extends beyond horror, shaping suspenseful moments in thrillers and dramas. 4. Cultural impact. Psycho seeped into popular culture. The Bates Motel, the eerie house on the hill, and the haunting score became iconic symbols. References to Psycho appear in TV shows, music, and even theme park attractions. Its impact transcends the screen, infiltrating our collective psyche. 5. Legacy of fear. Audiences still experience the shock and suspense of Psycho. The film's exploration of guilt, paranoia, and fractured psyches resonates with modern viewers. Norman Bates remains a complex character study. His split personality, influenced by real-life psychopath Ed Gein, continues to intrigue and disturb us. 12. In summary, Psycho isn't just a movie, it's a cultural touchstone that forever altered the landscape of horror and storytelling. Its legacy endures, reminding us that sometimes the scariest monsters reside within our own minds. In the shadowy corridors of cinema history, Psycho stands as a timeless masterpiece, a black-and-white symphony of suspense that continues to echo through the ages. Alfred Hitchcock's audacity to defy conventions birthed a new era of horror. His calculated risks, the shocking death of the protagonist, the raw black-and-white palette, set a precedent for filmmakers to challenge norms. Norman Bates, with his fractured psyche and eerie motel, remains etched in our nightmares. His duality, part son, part mother, is a psychological labyrinth that invites exploration. Hitchcock's camera angles, the play of light and shadow, and the haunting score transformed cinema. The shower scene, a symphony of terror, remains etched in our collective memory. Psycho isn't just about scares, it's about unraveling guilt, paranoia, and the human condition. Hitchcock weaves suspense into every frame, leaving us breathless. Witness Hitchcock's genius firsthand, his mastery of suspense, his ability to make mundane moments pulse with tension. These are lessons for aspiring filmmakers. So, dear viewers, dim the lights, immerse yourself in the chilling embrace of Psycho, and remember, sometimes the most horrifying monsters reside within our own minds. Feel the suspense, share the intrigue, and let Hitchcock guide you through the Bates Motel.
If you enjoy our content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. By subscribing, you'll be part of our awesome community, and you won't miss out on any exciting uploads. We're passionate about movies review, and we can't wait to share more valuable content with you. Whether it's tutorials, reviews, or entertaining vlogs, we've got it all. So hit that subscribe button, join the family, and let's create something amazing together. Thanks for being here, and remember, stay curious, stay connected, and keep those notifications on.